Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 508. Welcome everybody. It is 4th of July weekend, and this is 4th of July weekend 2023, so I don't know when you're going to watch this. You might watch this in 2030, who knows? The sale's over if it is. But it is a holiday weekend, and I hope that many of you are spending it with your friends and your family and just staying safe but having a wonderful time, and that the weather is lovely for you. It is super hot out here in sunny California, and it's going to remain super hot for the entire week. That's okay, we're in California, we're used to it. Now, what do we have for you today? A whole lot of fun is what we have. I thought, being a holiday weekend, maybe we'll just keep it easy peasy this week and do something that's just fun and relaxing and joyful. And so I brought in Ciao Bella for you. And I found Ciao Bella years ago in Germany. That's when I first saw Ciao Bella. And I swooned over them. I absolutely swooned over them. The company has grown quite substantially over the years, but their designs remain constant. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. We love their products. So if you've not heard of Ciao Bella before, this may be a good opportunity for you to learn about an international company. They are out of Italy. So, and see product that you may have never seen before used in an easy peasy way. Because I thought, with a holiday weekend, let's just keep everybody, let's just do fun. I'm gonna get my fingers inky. I'll show you how not to if you don't like inky fingers. I love inky fingers. Inky fingers are happy fingers, according to me. I have winner chicken dinner to tell you about. There's always two of you. Every YouTube we announce two winner chicken dinner peeps who are going to get a $25 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. It's put directly in their online account. Some of you don't even know you've won until you get into your account and you see the $25 and you're like, ah! We get emails going, I didn't even know I won, but I won. Well, wahoo kachoo for you. Happy day. So I have two of you today to announce. And for those of you who want a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, it's so super easy. All you have to do is post a comment below. See, look down below, not during our live chat. And you're like, what live chat? I don't see a live chat. Well, if you joined us during our premieres, which are 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, every Saturday, you'd see a live chat going on right now. And all of the SMS crafty peeps out there are saying, first they say hello to everybody. It's like, you feel like the Brady Bunch, or the Waltons. More the Waltons. Yeah, they're all saying hello to everybody. And then at the end, they all say goodbye to everybody. It's hilarious. But we're just a whole big group of crafty people who have become friends through a chat. If you don't see that live chat, then you're going to post your comment below. If you do see that live chat, well, then please say hello. We'd love to meet you, but the comments in live chat do not count. You have to post your comment below, in the comment section below. You may not see your comment right away. We do have to approve them. And once we approve them, you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. Now, your comment can be about anything. It can be about what you're barbecuing for 4th of July, or that you're staying home with your fur babies because they do not like 4th of July, or that you're just going to craft the whole weekend away and it doesn't matter what weekend it is, that's how you're going to spend it. You post your comments, as long as it is kind, we will approve it, and then you have a chance to be a winner chicken dinner. I have two people from last week who have won, and well, I'll tell you, they could spend it on this YouTube class, absolutely. But I know on Monday, we are going to start 4 Mondays in a row of warehouse sale offerings. I know this. So, do you spend it for this YouTube, or do you hold it? I so want to sing, know when to hold 'em and know when to fold 'em. I mean, I know that there's product at 90% off. I think, well, I'm not going to tell you who the first manufacturers are, but every Monday in July, we will be adding new manufacturers to our warehouse sale and new items. I want to say the first week there's over 700 different items, and some things we have one of and some things we have 100 of. So I don't know if these lucky ladies want to spend their money now or if they want to wait and see if they can take that parlay, that $25. I mean, if you were to buy a $20 die for $1 for $2, let's say a $20 die for $2, and you were able to find, you could get 12 $20 dies for $2, that's $24, but 12 times 20, you do the math, how much you could parlay 25 bucks into during the warehouse sale. That's a pretty good savings. So our first winner chicken dinner is Susan. Susan, hello Susan, is it Diabate? Hello Susan, how are you doing? Do you see your name? Are you doing winner chicken dinner dance? Are you going, ah? Or are you saying, oh, I'm so not spending the money until the warehouse sale? Maybe. Hello, Susan. Our next winner is Helen. Helen Gilmore. Hello, Helen Gilmore. Are you doing a winner chicken dance? Are you looking at that screen going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, that's me. Yes, holy smokes, artichokes, it's you. Congratulations to both of you. So of course we have to do the winner chicken dinner dance. I expect both of you to stand up and get into it. You just won what could really be a couple $100 if you wait for the warehouse sale. Ooh-wee. So, are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, catch-you for you. Congratulations to the both of you. I am so happy for you. Spend that money any way that makes your heart happy. And really, if you see today's product is limited. There's not oodles and oodles of it. If you see something today that makes you just swoon, it makes your heart go pitter patter, and your inner wahoo kachoo want to become an outer wahoo kachoo. I recommend you don't hesitate because the product is limited today. All right, so I'm going to tilt on down. I'm going to show some samples and then we're going to get started for today. And again, it's a super easy peasy class today. Make your heart happy, sit back, stress free, nothing too technical, because sometimes my classes can be very technical and everybody, I know when that happens because the live chat just stops because everybody's focusing. Okay, this is how we're going to do this. Today I'm hoping you find this stuff from Ciao Bella, the product from Ciao Bella, and even from Sizzix, just as beautiful as I do, and as friendly and easy and to work with. This is for every level of crafter, because you can make it as simple as you want, or you can take it to the extreme of creativity. It is all up to you, and there is absolutely no right and no wrong to any of this product, which makes it perfect for everybody. All right, I'm gonna tilt on down. We're gonna get started for today. It's good to see everybody. Down I go. And then let's zoom on in. Well, that was the wrong way. And down. Let me put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Hello. And down. I think that might be pretty good. Okay. I said on the sneak peek, I'm ready to go wherever this is. I've never really been anywhere tropical before. No, I'm usually going on business trips. Like I've never been to Hawaii or anything like that. We live by we don't live by the beach. With traffic, we could be 2 hours away. Without traffic, we're 45 minutes. But this just looks lovely. I'm ready to go there. That's Ciao Bella. Look at how stunning is this. This is Ciao Bella. I'm my own cameraman here. I mean, it's just beautiful. So lovely. And then this is Ciao Bella, right? Talk about a variation of product. And that's what I love so much about them. They're not, how do I say this? They don't do the same thing again and again and again and again. They vary it up every single time they come out with a new release so that you have the variety. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing the same thing again and again and again, but after a while it gets a little boring, and their product is never, ever boring. That is for sure. So I'm going to put these aside. And I'm going to start, and we're going to talk about rice paper to begin with. So Ciao Bella is known for their rice paper, as is Stamperia and several others out there. Rice paper kind of feels like a mulberry paper. It has got, can you see it's kind of fibrous, but it's not it feels thin, but it's got structure to it. It's a strong paper. It is an absolute strong paper. And Ciao Bella does quite a few different styles. Like here, this is the one. There's the image right there that I took and made that card sample out of. So they do quite a few different styles, and I brought in quite a few. Love these, aren't they so pretty? And we're gonna start with the rice paper. And the rice paper I like the most, I picked the ones I like the most. This is the peacock, and here we've got the beautiful florals. And then because I know Claire and I know my staff, I brought in with the little puppy dogs. And the little kitty. Isn't that so cute? And here. So these are all done in a foursome, where you've got 4 images that work well together. And these are probably the easiest to use because you really don't have to think too hard about them. But I did bring in some sheets of rice paper that are all over backgrounds, where the whole image is absolutely stunning, but do you have to use the whole image? No, we can take portions of each of these rice papers and use them to what we want to do. Here, this one, I can use this by itself. I can use this by itself. I can use this and then put all of the butterflies where I want them. Again, a perfect paper for that. Look at how beautiful. Each individual element can be something else. And rice paper is very simple to use. I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna show you how to cut it and why you need to back it, but let me maybe I start with this one. Maybe I start here with my little fairies. Oh, super sweet. So again, rice paper is a fibrous paper. It is strong, it's thin, and it will tear, but it is a stronger paper. It's not as fragile as most people think. And you can cut it with scissors without any problem. It gives you that finished look, a cut look. So if I were to trim this on out, I can then start using it right away. And I can mat it and all sorts of stuff. It's ready to go. So you can cut it out. I happen to like it better, me personally, and everybody's going to be a little different. I happen to like it better when I take water and I use that water. Let me cut this one out. Cut this one down. Okay, So I like it when I take the water and I put the water all the way around my edges. And what that does is it softens the paper and it allows me to tear it. And when I tear it, I get these beautiful wispy looking fibers coming off of the edges. So I'm going to take, this is my Fusion paintbrush. This is my watercolor paintbrush, and these were the ones we had on sale. They're beautiful brushes. I have more coming in. We sold it in a 5-pack with, oh, here it is. We sold it. They're the most beautiful watercolor brushes ever. We sold it in the 5-pack with the little bamboo, because that is traditional Japanese watercolor brushes. And so while I'm not going to paint with this today, I am going to use it with my water. And the reason why I chose to pull this one is because these brushes are made for watercoloring, which means you can load this brush up with a lot of water at one time. So I'm going to take my Turbo Mister, and I'm just going to put some water right on my craft mat. And then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to absorb that water with my paintbrush. And then I just draw a line. Just draw a line. Can you see how I've got it wet? Rice paper loves water. It loves water. It accepts water so beautifully, and then it dries right back to the colors it originally was. So I'm putting some of my water all the way around, because I'm going to do a paper tear. Putting some of my water all the way around, and I'd rather have it a little wet than too dry, because again, when this dries, it'll dry right back to the solid white that it was. But now, when I separate it, I can just pull it apart. And it gives me that beautiful wispy little look on my edge. So I'm going to do it all the way around. And I don't care if it's perfect all the way. Some places it might have a little bit more. Some places, see here, I'm going to take it, if I take it all the way into the edge of the design, I'm going to come back and do that over here and take it all the way into the edge. See here, I don't have enough water because that's not, oh, I got it out. I was going to say, because it's not pulling super easy. Don't be afraid of water and rice paper. They love each other. They are peanut butter and jelly. So I think I'm good. If I want to cut a little bit more off, tear a little bit more, I just add a little bit more water, and that softens it up and lets me pull. So now I've got a definite different look than just cut. And cut is beautiful, absolutely. Here I've got a little bit softer, a little bit more wispy, and it really depends upon what makes your heart happy. Now I want to show you what it looks like. Let's grab a card base. So I've got a Sizzix card base here. I grabbed purple. And if I put it on the purple, it's kind of hard to see the image. A little hard to see the image. Let's grab pink. Let's just show you in a couple different colors. So that brightened it up a little bit, but it's still hard to see the image. It's not so easy. But what if I take it and I back it in white? So now you can really see the image, and as I pull that white out, you'll see it kind of fade away a little bit with the image, with white, without. Same on the purple. So here is my image on the purple, but if I were to add a little bit of white behind it, with white, without white, which do you like better? See, I like it a little brighter. That's for me. Everybody's going to do it a little differently. Even the one that I cut straight out, there's my image, but if I back it in white, all of a sudden it becomes brighter, happier. And if I take my white out, you see the difference. And you have to make that decision of what works best for you. Some people want a more muted look to it. So here she is. There she is on white. And take the white away. Now there's a couple different ways to do the white. And I think I'm going to put these off to the side for just a minute. And I think I'm gonna pull these guys out. And I'm gonna, I'm gonna pull a couple of these out too. So I got my brush, put some water down, and you can use any old paintbrush. I just happen to have my Fusion, and it's a big brush and it works great. So I'm just gonna put the water right onto it. And paint all the way down, creating what becomes a cut line. And then I can slowly just start to tear away. Now some of you may go, I've gotten rice paper before and it's come to me all kind of tattered, bent and kind of crumpled together. You have to know that that's typical for rice paper. Rice paper, oh, that's a good, is it gonna let me? There we go. Rice paper will relax once you add water to it. So if yours comes in and it's a little crumpled, oh no, it's ruined. No, it's not ruined at all. Lay it flat, spritz it with some water, and it's back to normal again. Okay, so I did that one. And maybe I'll do this one. And I'm just using this water, acting as my way to cut, because I like those softer edges. And is it exact? No. Am I trying to have it exact? No, I want it to have kind of that torn, peeled away look. All right, let's put those over there. And then I need to do the balance of them. So a little bit more water, spritz, spritz, spritz. Water is your friend with these, which makes them really usable for any kind of crafter. This is not difficult. It's not something that you have to sit there and really worry, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Because there is no right and there is no wrong with this. That's how forgiving the product is. And that's what makes it perfect for newer crafters, because you're going to be successful every time you use it. It's really, really, really hard to make, oh, wait, to make Ciao Bella. Okay, look bad. Now see, I went a little too far in. Can you see that? I'm just gonna not worry about it. I'm gonna tuck it back in, and when I lay it down, we're gonna fix it. If I had torn a whole little piece off, I wouldn't worry about it, because once you put it back down, lay it back down on top of each other, it just melts away into each other, and you never even notice that you accidentally cut too much off. Oh, see, I did that at the top. Cut a little too much off. Maybe I'll put that piece back in. Maybe I won't. Okay, so there's one. Let's get this one done, and that way I have a few to play with. A little bit of water. Let's hold that. I might put that back in. We'll see. A little bit of water. Okay. And pull my edges. So kind of like a mulberry paper, but not exact. Soft and pretty and elegant like a mulberry paper, but not exactly the same. All right, now I have four images to play with. I've got, see, and now it's drying. And it's right back, all that water that I added to this one is now dry. And I could get it wet again, and I could get it wet again. It just loves water. And again, so if we take this and we put this on there, and let's grab this one. So tell me, which is easier for you to see? Do you like it with white behind it, or without the white behind it? You have options, you choose. With the white behind it, come on. Without the white. It's a noticeable difference for sure. And you get to be the one to make the decision. But there is two ways of adding the white behind it. And I think I'll start with this one maybe. So you can use white paper, absolutely. This one's got kind of a little, or maybe I'll do this one. This one's got more of the, well, I'll try. This one's got kind of a frame around it in that brown. So you can use white paper. I'm going to trim my white paper down to about the size of the inside frame, not the outside frame, because I don't want the white paper coming out. I don't want to see it. So let me grab my white paper. And I'm going to just kind of trim it down, see, to my inside frame. And I'm just going to eyeball it. It is not going to be perfect. That is for sure. And I'm going to be okay with that. So let's see. Maybe right about there. So I'm looking for my inside frame. So I'm pretty close. Let's just get rid of some of this off the side. And again, we're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking for enough white to bring the color out. Now, can you see? It looks a little low. So I want to slide this down so I get the whole image. I had it way up here and that starfish was off. I want to slide it down so that starfish is also on the white. But most of my edges are off. So very easy to do. Then I can take nori paste. Now nori paste is made by Yasutomo. It is a glue. It is made for paper like rice paper. It is made for this, for anything that has those soft edges or is this type of a texture. This is what nori paste is made for. And nori paste is, I guess it comes from seaweed. So it's almost like a starch-based paste. It's non-toxic, it's acid-free, and it's easy to use. When you get yours, this is what it looks like. And you're like, huh, how do I get in there? There's a little piece of almost like wax paper covering it up. Now, do you need to keep the wax paper? No, you don't need to, as long as you close it up, but you don't need to keep the wax paper unless you really, really want to. So for nori paste, what I do is I put it straight onto my white card backing. And I can just use my fingers, it's up to you. And I can kind of go around and get the edges. In fact, I'm going to take that little piece off because that's going to annoy me. Hello, thank you. I'm going to do my edges. It's super safe to use. It's non-odor. And it's made for rice paper. It's made for washi paper. So now that I've got it on my edges, I can just bring this on over. And the reason why it works so well is because nori paste allows you to position your paper and then allows you to pull it up and move it without harming the rice paper, or lower it for that matter. Nori paste gives you the opportunity without harming the rice paper itself. So I can lower it, move it. It doesn't dry right away. You've got a little bit of time to position. I'm going to go down even a little bit more. And then once it's on, give a good press down, and it's down. Now nori paste can also go over the top. If you want to make sure you've got it really good, you take it up and put it right over the top. Now I pulled a little too hard right here and I separated it. But it doesn't matter because it is rice paper. You put it right back down and it just is so forgiving. So I take a little bit of nori paste if I want to put it over the top. And I'm good to go. Now it's up to me what I want to do with my card. I've got a beautiful card front. And now I decide what I want to do with it. It's done. It doesn't take much to dry. And when it is all dry, the color comes right back up. But there's such a difference between backing it with white and not backing it at all. And either way is fine. You just have to decide if you like it brighter or if you like the more subtle look. So let me take it, and nori paste is water soluble. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. And I think I do like it on this card base. I'm using a Sizzix card, A6 card. They work perfect because the rice paper is A4. So A4 and A6, they like each other. They get along really, really well. And now all I have to do is literally tape it down. And because it's on white, I can take Stacy tape. It's on cardstock. And just put my Stacy tape right on the back of my cardstock. expose my liner, get rid of my liner and expose my sticky. Let's try this side. There we go. 1, 2, and then line it right up on my card base. Add a sentiment and you're done. Sentiment on the inside. Card bases come with the matching envelopes. And you're good to go. So there's one. Let's put this one to the side. And let's grab this one and let's do this one super fast. So you can see my water is drying. And I don't know if I want so much of the white on the side. It's really, I'm not sure if I want that much white. So if I don't, I just take a little bit more water. And I'm just gonna pull those little white pieces off so it's a little closer to the frame. I think that's okay. A little bit down at the bottom maybe. And tatter it just a little bit, and then I decide what I want it to look like. So do I want to put white behind it? Do I want to put the white behind it? White? No white. If I do, let's cut it to size or close. Doesn't have to be exact. And because this one has a frame around it, I could do the whole thing if I wanted to do the whole frame. I like it with the edge kind of rough and tumbled and the white only behind the main image. You do what works best for you. There really is no right and no wrong. And the piece of paper I'm using is not straight at the bottom, and I'm still gonna go for it. Totally crooked at the bottom, and nobody's gonna see it. As long as the majority of my image has that beautiful white behind it, I'm good to go. What color card base do we want? That looks good, right? So nori paste on up. Awful piece of cardstock. It's not straight, it's not symmetrical. I'm okay with that. Get my edges. And again, this nori paste is made for this type of a paper because it gives you an opportunity to pull it back up without damaging the rice paper. I'm not going to worry about it if it's on my fingers because I can put it right on the top too, and it dries to a complete matte finish. I want it a little bit higher. Good. If I want to put a little bit on the top just to make sure it's cemented down, I can. And then I can mat it right onto my card base. Now you could mat this onto paper and then onto a card base. I'm just doing something easy and fun that lets you do cards if you've got a birthday to go to or something fast and easy. You want to make somebody a couple cards to give as their own. I'm just making them fast and simple. Add a sentiment to the inside. Bing, bang, boom, you're done. We like bing, bang, boom. And my white paper is not perfect. And I'm going to put my Stacy tape to my white cardstock. I'm not going to do it here where we normally would put our Stacy tape or our double-sided adhesive, however you get it down. I'm going to do it on my white. That way I'm sure that I've got it where it needs to go. I don't want to put it on the edges of my card base and then put this down and have you be able to see it through my pretty soft edges. Come on. There we go. All right, make sure that I line this up the right way. Center it down. You're going to have a little bit of the card base showing through, which is perfect. Add a sentiment, you're done. This is how easy rice paper is. So for every sheet that has 4, that means you can make 4 cards. Easy peasy. Let's put this one over. Let's move these over here. Now I said that there was 2 ways to add the white. The first is with white paper. That's the easiest way to do it. But sometimes an image doesn't work with white paper, like the one I started with. Let's grab another sheet just so I can put it below so you can see it. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily work with white paper because the image doesn't have that straight border all the way around, where you can tuck that white paper and then leave that border to be that soft edge. So I'm not so keen on using white paper for this one because if I cut it down, I don't want it to be, I want the white to still be behind all that beautiful floral. So I don't want to cut it down because then you're not going to be able to see it. That floral is going to kind of disappear, but I don't want you to be able to see the white paper behind it. It's almost impossible to get it exactly right. So there is another way to do it, and it's not hard, and it's very inexpensive. You just have to be willing to get a little inky. And you can use a paintbrush to do this. I tend to use my fingers, and I just take white acrylic paint. Simple white acrylic paint. This is Sizzix white acrylic paint. It's a nice creamy base, and it just works well. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to paint behind. Instead of taking a white piece of paper, I'm going, oh, I put the wrong color lid on it. Wow, Stacy. Let's take our white and not make it gold, shall we? I'm going to put white right onto the rice paper right behind it, and that's going to act to brighten it up. Now when I do this, I have the opportunity to make it heavier in areas and wispier in areas because it's not a solid white piece of paper. So, and this dries super fast. And again, you're not going for beauty. You're going to get it done. That's your job, is to get some white on there and to get it done. And if I go out a little wispy, the white just kind of fades away. Can't do that with a piece of paper. That piece of paper is going to be bold white under the entire thing. And I might pick it up and turn it over and see what I see. Am I happy with it? Is it white enough? She's definitely now vibrant. It's easier for her to see. Do I want more white? And it's kind of soft at the edges, so it kind of diffuses out, as opposed to being that hard line of a piece of paper. And that hard line is fine when it's got a hard line to follow. See, this has got a hard line to follow. So that's fine, that works. This has got that frame built in around it. This I want a little bit more wispy. Okay, let's see what we get. So now I can come in, make sure I've got it right, and kind of layer her right on down to see what I like. And can you see how you don't have any hard edge of white? No hard edge of white, and that's what I'm trying to avoid on this one. Any hard edge of white. And if there's a place I want it a little whiter, pull it up and add a little bit more paint. Just kind of wispy it on out. So you have options when you're doing this. You know what, I'm gonna clean my fingers. I told you we're gonna get inky. And if I wanted to, I could take my paintbrush, not my beautiful watercolor brush. No, 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 an inexpensive paintbrush. Well, we'll do another one and I'll do it with that. She's got enough on the back. Let's pick her up and make sure my card base is going in the right direction and put her down. And now I take that nori paste and straight on top. And it's not going to hurt the card base, and it's not going to warp the card base. And I really just need to do the edges. It's up to you if you want to go over the entire thing, but this is going to let me glue everything down so she stays in place. Could you do this with tissues? You know, napkins? Absolutely, you could do this with napkins. Nori paste is perfect if you want to go find some beautiful napkins and do the same technique. You want to do it with doilies? Absolutely. Nori paste is your friend. And then when she's dry, she'll dry to a complete matte finish. And she'll be absolutely beautiful. So let's put these one. Look, see, this is all dry now. It's not wet. The water is completely gone. Everything's dried up, and it's so vibrant. It's got the beautiful card base that matches, but it's got that white behind it. This one almost dry. Feels pretty good. In a matter of 20 minutes, you could have 4 cards made without any problem. She is so pretty. But let's do one where I paint the back. So what do we want to put her on? Put her on pink. So this one, I didn't do the wispy edges. And I can pull out my paintbrush. And I'm gonna try to go, she's got a frame around her, so I can either do edge to edge so it's all white, or I can try and do inside the frame. See, there's a line all the way around. I can either try and do all inside, or I can just do the whole darn thing. And I can use a paintbrush to do that. You don't have to use your fingers, but it sure is fun. I'm gonna put a little bit of water on my paintbrush. And I might go a little heavier in some areas and maybe a little lighter in others. So I have gone heavy around all the floral, but I didn't do the door. I could leave the door where a little bit of that pink is going to come through on the door. Can't do that with paper. You'd have to cut it just to the right size. And if I want my white darker, put a little bit more down, get in there, and add a little bit more paint. But I'm going to leave that door just the way it is. Okay. Now can you see it's coming through the front? And that's perfectly fine. I don't want to get the back of my card with white. Remember, rice paper loves moisture, it loves water, it loves paint. Now I can put her right on down. My floral absolutely pops. How do I know my floral pops? Wait. Here she is on the pink background. Here she is with the white. Can you see the difference? This is a little brighter, it's a little happier. But I left the door without any white behind it. And then I can take a little bit of my nori paste. And if I just want to cement it on down, get those corners down, and it dries matte finish. So the paint's also going to help it stay, but just in case, because I didn't do the corners, put a little bit of nori paste. And you have options. Do you have to use the Sizzix acrylics? No. What white paint do you have? Don't use anything expensive. The Sizzix, I think it's $5.99 and then it's 20% off. You just need a nice white acrylic-based paint, and that's going to do it for you. And in no time at all, she's done. but she's more vibrant. She's more appealing. You can see her better. And see, I like how they just kind of, the wispies just kind of disappear right into the card base. And I'm not matting, and I'm not adding a lot of extra doodads and wahoos. I'm just making some super pretty cards right directly onto the card base, which is why I say if you're a newbie crafter, you really would have to try super duper hard to make a mess of these, because even if I tear them, let's see, or do I want to use one of these? Even if I got her too. No, I like her. Even if I tear them, so I want to take her down and get a little bit of the white off. I want to go ahead and get that pretty edge that I like so much. Okay, I've got almost my edges done. Then my last side. Oh, that was a big tear. Okay, let's say I accidentally for whatever reason tear it. Does that mean it's done and over with? Heavens no. No, no, no. We're just going to put it right back together again, and it's going to be fine. That's the beautiful thing about rice paper, is that it just melts right back into each other. Those little fibers find each other again, and you can make it beautiful again. So I've got my edges here. I think I'm going to just put my white paint. I think I'm going to take my white paint. Hello, white paint. And, oh, too much water. Too much water. I want to see where those wings are. And I could take my paintbrush because I kind of want to put them right where those wings are. Nope, not wet. Yes. And I'm just dabbing it in. So I want that white paint. Oh yeah, see, that looks good. I want that white paint where she is. And maybe down a little white paint on my flowers. So if I don't put it absolutely everywhere and I pick and I choose, that adds more dimension to your finished project, because now your eye has to focus a little bit more. Oh yeah, those flowers came alive when I added the white. Do I want to add a little to her dress? Just a little to her dress? And I'm not exact. I'm guesstimating. And maybe the little white ones down there, the little pink flowers here. And maybe I'll just do a little bit of a fade of white all the way at the top. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of white here and a little bit of white there. Just all the way at the top. No rhyme, no reason. but super pretty. Just fade that kind of out. Oh yeah. Okay, so what color do we want it to be? Now remember, I tore her. Remember, I have torn this. Big time. Yikes. But really, is it yikes? No. I said it was going to be a little inky. Let's see what color. Maybe we'll go on the rose. I'm going to put a white piece of paper down just so I don't get my card base. So maybe on the rose. And I'm just going to piece her back together again. And not a single soul is going to know. I'm not sure I like it on the rose. Maybe a little bit over. I'm going to save the rose and do that one with something else. Maybe the pink. Yes. Yes, that's better. And now I can take my nori paste and I can either, well, I want to put her back together again. So I'm going to take a little bit of my nori paste and we're going to put her back together again. Now, do you have to use as much white paint as I am? No. Do you have to use white paint at all? No. Remember I showed you, you could just use white paper. But I'm going to put her back together again. That was over here. Yep. And kind of paste her down. And I'm always going from the center out when I'm doing that nori paste. From the center and move it on out. And just get all the way around my edges. Ah, pulled too hard. Separated her and she's not dry yet. All right, let's give her a few minutes to get a little dry, but she does look good. So if you tear it, you just put it back together again. It's so forgiving. If you don't like the little edges, you cut them off. It's up to you. Like I said, there's no right and there's no wrong. I like the little edges because I like the wispy looks of it. But if I really didn't want them, I could just come in and trim them down. Okay, we'll let her dry, and when she dries, she's going to dry as a solid piece, and you're not going to have to worry that you tore her, and you can't tell where you tore her. Really, really beautiful. To me, I almost thought that I tore her over here because there's this little line over here, little crease right there, but that's not it. She's actually torn over here. But you would never know that. Never in a million years would you be able to see that. She's dry. She's pretty. She's dry. I love the florals with the white behind it and leaving the door alone, not too much white. And these are all ready to go. Add a sentiment. You've got the matching envelope to go with it. And I didn't mat anything. Now, what if we wanted to go a little bit further? Let's take and, let's pull these. So these are the Indigo collection, and that's the collection I have. The rest of almost everything else is in the Indigo collection, which we'll be playing with in just a little bit. But here you've got the 4 beautiful images. Backed, not backed. Backed, not backed. So you decide what you like best. I'm gonna separate some of these. And grab my water, I'm not using this to paint with at all. This is my nice, beautiful Fusion watercolor brush, but it's meant to hold water, so I can load it with quite a bit of water versus just a standard regular paintbrush. How about we clean up our mess? And this one? This one? I don't know. Let's separate them. So you may choose to cut them. I'm choosing to get the wispy look. And it just kind of tears in half. Isn't that lovely? And then this one. Maybe we'll do this one and maybe we'll do that one. Or this one and that one. I know, decisions. The YouTubes are not edited. They're not scripted. I absolutely know what product I'm going to be playing with, but do I know what I'm going to do with the product? No, generally not. It's more about showing you how to use them. I typically don't finish anything. I typically show you how to use the product, and then at the end I have beautiful samples that my SMS girls have made, my staff here at SMS, and several honorary SMS girls. We have had honorary SMS girl Yvette and Mary join us for the past 2 weeks, which has been super fun. It's nice when new peeps come in. Well, they're not new peeps, let me tell you. I've known them forever and ever. And Mary has recently retired. And she and Yvette have been driving up to come have a play day. Not with me. And sometimes just with themselves. Sometimes Claire's busy filling orders, or Renee's busy filling orders. And they sit out there and they get to play with all the honorary SMS girl Patty and Katie and now Yvette and Mary. They get to play with all the new goodies. Okay, so this one's done. So I just got it, I wanted to get it down to just the gold frame. And since I'm here doing this, I'm going to do the blue one at the same time, just to make things easy. Just get it done. Just tear it apart. Nope, not enough water. If you're struggling to tear it, it's not enough water. Okay, we think that's good. Maybe a little more off the side. A little less white. Because remember, when that dries, it's going to dry too white. So maybe I pull a little more off. All right, so now I've got 2 to play with. Let's see, what color do we want to put them on? See, on that dark gray, that looks very dark. But if I were to back it on the white and then put it on the dark gray, much more vibrant. Gosh, that fits perfect. Do I want to take it down even a little bit more? Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to go inside the lines. So I can either choose to paint it white, or I can cut a piece of paper, because I'm going to choose to go inside this square. So let's get a piece of paper. If I don't want to paint, and I'm just going to eyeball it. You're like, is she really just going to eyeball it? She really is just going to eyeball it. I always try to cut a little big. Because it's easier to cut down than try to add more to it. Maybe there. So there versus there. Which do you like better? There versus there. So I'm going to put some nori paste down. Get all along my sides. Could I paint my nori paste on? Yes. Right. And if I get it on the top of my rice paper, is that okay? Yes. And now I'm just gonna layer this back on. That's pretty close. And again, the nori paste lets you peel that rice paper back up without harming it. Oh, too much on the top. Still a little too much on the top, Stacy. Just a little bit higher. Because I don't want that white paper coming out from behind. There we go. Yay. Done. Looks so much better with the white paper behind it. Now, Am I happy with it here? I think I am. But I want that gold, the gold edge, to come up so much more than it is. It kind of looks like sand to me. So I want it to be more gold, which means I'm just going to grab my acrylic paint. Grab my gold acrylic paint. Give it a little shake. Again, this is Sizzix. Give it a little shake. A little bit down. And I'm going to go in there, and again, you can do it with your finger. You can do it with your paintbrush. I'm going to get rid of that extra white that's going all around the outside. See how I've got extra white around the outside? I'm going to paint it all gold and add a little bit of metallic gold to this. Just kind of around the edges. And no, it's not going to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to add a little bit of color where that gold really now looks gold. It's got a luxurious look to it. It's got a reflective metallic look to it. And of course the gold is helping to glue everything down. So I'll need a little bit more. Ooh, it's probably enough. And just adding a little bit of gold. Oh, I do need a little bit more. I love the metallics. The metallics make my heart so happy. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I love it. And now I'm going to put it down on my paper, on my card base. So turn it over. Let's add some Stacy tape. Ooh, I love that. And my white paper isn't cut exact. This is about just doing it. Just go for it. Make sure I've got my card in the right direction. Oh, yeah. And let's center it. Now this would be beautiful on a layout. Really, it would. And look at that gold just shine. And look at all the wispies. Now, if you don't like the wispies, you can cut them off and trim it down so that the card has straight edges but still has that beautiful goldy. Look at how pretty is that. And remember, this started as, This started as that. So let's put our card base behind it that I used. There. versus there. Backed in white, gold added. Not backed in white and no gold added. Ooh, I like the shiny. I'm such a sucker for shiny, glittery, sparkly. Ooh. Wait. Okay. Okay, so this is TMI. These are my shoes today. Right? Because they go with my shirt. I love shiny, glittery, happy. So pretty. Oh, you don't need, I need to go back down. Hello. So pretty. Okay, moving on. All right, let's do another one here. I did this one. Okay, I gotta focus. Focus, Stacy. I shouldn't have gotten squirreled. But you had to see my shoes. I collect shoes like that. I love sparkly shoes. They make my heart happy. All right. So it needs to be backed. I think it just needs that added color. But I probably will just paint, I might just paint the peacock in some white. Nope, that's not my right one. This one is. Just so that peacock pops. A little bit of white. And I'm going to try and stay within kind of the lines of the outline of the peacock. You can already see the difference. Look at that. Just that alone made a difference. Wow, just that alone made the difference. That's incredible. Just kind of try and stay within the lines. So I'm constantly going to turn it around. I wonder if I put a white piece underneath it, if that would be, oh yeah. Hello, easier for me to see. Look it, even I learn something new every day. And I'm just going to have this peacock in the white. Yes! Is that so wrong that I like it so much? Wait, let's find the original. Okay, I shouldn't have put it away. Somebody should have said, Stacy, don't put that away. You're going to need it again. And then I have to go back and find it. It's way down underneath who knows where. Oh, hello, it's right here. Okay, so there's my peacock. On my card base. But here's my peacock painted on my card base. So much more vibrant. That is just beautiful. That just absolutely pops. Says hello, but I didn't do anything else. I didn't do anything else. I think I'm just gonna leave the peacock. And if I wanted a little bit more white, I just add a little bit more white. It's up to me. The more opaque I get it, the more that peacock is going to be bold in its colors. And my painting job is not beautiful. I'm just trying to stay within the lines. Okay, looks good to me. So if I put, oh, make sure I get my card base right. If I put it down, and where the paint is, that's going to hold it in place for now. Oh no, let's pull it back up. And let's add some metallic to it. Do I have to add some more? Because I pulled it. No, it's going to be there. It'll be fine. Let's add some metallic to it. That's some copper. Or should we do the gold just on the outside? Copper, gold. No, because it's got the gold, right? Oh, decisions. Just a little bit of that gold. Kind of right along the outside edges to get rid of some of that white. Not much. Just a little bit on the outside edges. Oh, Stacy, that was a lot of gold. We'll have gold for days. Just get rid of some of that white. Zoop. And get rid of some of that white. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Get the bottom done, and then we'll put it back on our card base. And I didn't do this one with my finger. Okay. Right on down. Now my paint is almost dry. Paint's pretty dry. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of nori on my corners just to keep it down. I'm going to put a little nori on this. And a little nori here. Just because the paint is almost dry, and I'm going to have to add nori no matter what because there's not a whole lot of paint on here, and I want to make sure it stays down. So just a little bit of nori to help it because the paint is almost dry. The acrylic paint dries super fast. All right, I think that's good. Now it's creased and it's moved and but I'm okay with that. By the time I lay it back down, it's going to be perfect. Oh yeah. Let me clean my hands. That's clean, right? Close enough. A little too much on one side. See how easy it is to pull it back up with the nori paste, even with the paint on it? And I can scooch it over just a little bit. Just a little bit. So it hugs that side a little tighter. A little tighter. Not so easy to do. Without the nori paste. Yay! So we've done quite a few cards so far, right? Not so bad. Love this one. I would add a little, if it was me, and since it is me, I would add just a little bit more gold, because you can never have too much gold. Not on a peacock. Okay, so I have got plenty going on here. Backing it is important. How you cut it or how you tear it is entirely up to you. She's so soft and she's so pretty. And I love her. And all of these had white added to them, except for the door, to make the colors really stand out. And they were put directly onto your card base. But what happens if you have a piece of rice paper that doesn't come in these really easy 4-pack? I get how to use that. I understand it. What if you have something that might be a little more random, where you're not exactly sure? I mean, that looks like a card to me, but this one might be a little small, maybe not. You're not exactly sure how to use that. Or what if you're dealing with something more, you see this and you absolutely love it, but again, how to make that work? This is really big. How do I make that work on a card? Well, let's do it. Gosh, we haven't even gotten to the creative card kit yet. Okay, I gotta pick the pace up. All right, so I've got this beautiful piece right here. And you've got so many different design elements on it. Now it's a matter of picking what you want your design to be, because this piece is pretty big. So I could take, I still don't know if this is the right color, but I could take my rosy color and go underneath it. And then I can decide, depending on where I move my card base, I can see what it will look like. Do I want it up here? Do I want the pieces up here? Do I want the pieces down there? Do I want to have it landscape and not, that's very pretty landscaped, and not vertical? That looks really pretty landscaped. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that. Grab my water. Don't want this to get acrylic into it, so I'm going to clean that up. So I need it there, and I need it there. I could have had a full sheet of nothing but a background. A whole sheet of rice paper that's just patterned all the way around. So I'm going to separate these out. Okay. And then I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff around it. I want all that white. All that white gone. Okay, let's see what we got. I think I like that. I can take a little bit more off the bottom. And just start pulling it off. I could have done a straight cut if I would prefer. Bring it back over. I think I'm going to pull a little bit out on the side here. Just to maybe give it a little more torn, distressed look. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be pretty. And I might pull a butterfly. What if I pull that yellow butterfly? Oh no, what if I pull this one up here? I want that butterfly right there. I just pulled it right on out. Let's get rid of some of the white around it. Because I can put that butterfly right there. And nobody is ever going to know that it wasn't part of the original design. It just blends right in. They are amazing that way. Oh, I like it just like that. I'm going to stop. So I am going to put white on the back. And for me, I think I'm going to just paint the whole thing because I don't want to put paper because I've got jagged edges. It won't be possible for me to get my paper to line all the way up so that you don't see it. So I'm going to just paint the whole back thing in white. I'm just going to paint it all. And so you're able to see the difference. There it is white, there it is not. Now you might like the more subtle look. I want to see those colors. I want those colors to pop right on through. And I like the wispy edges. Okay. Bring it back. I'm going to put a piece of white paper down. Just, oh, what if it looked good on the gray? No, I tried it on this one. Think long, think wrong. And bam. I'm going to take a little off the top because it's overreaching. So pretty. And then I can add, hello butterfly, where did you go? You're right here. I'm gonna add a little white to my butterfly. A little bit of water. A little white to my butterfly. Pull them up. And blend him right in. Like he was meant to be there from the beginning. I might pull a little more off here. Such a pretty card. And then it's up to me what I want to do with it after this. What sentiments do I want to add? What do I want to finish it with? Do I want to add a little bit of metallic to it? I don't know. You have options. You have options. Do I want to do a little gold dry brush around it? Or a little copper dry brush around it? You're like, no, leave it, leave it. But why? I clean my brush. And what if I take a little bit of copper? See, I've been wanting to use that copper. I might need more than that, but I want my brush almost dry. A little bit of that copper. Just as I'm a dry brush, I'm using a dry brush. I start adding just a little bit of that copper around it. I think I like it with the copper. I think I want a little more copper. over here. Oh, there's the sirens. It vintages it up. Totally vintages it up. Vintages it? Is that a shabby chic? It shabby chics it. Ooh, I like. Okay, these are easy to use, and it doesn't matter if you have a sheet like this or a sheet like this. It's all about just playing with them and letting the water do the work. Now I want to do more to this, but I can't. I have to move on. Okay, so what we did thus far was play with the rice paper. That was the hardest part of the whole class. Everything after this is easy peasy. But look at all, I just don't want to ruin all my cards. Look at all the beautiful things we were able to create. And I was teaching you. Imagine if you were doing this at home. You would go 10 times faster. Look at all of these. Ready to go, put a sentiment. They've got the matching envelope because we used the Sizzix card bases. I want to add more. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna go for it just because I can. It needs something. I just don't know what that something is. And I'm a girl who takes risks. Just a little bit of water. Little bit of water. I just feel it needs something. And then maybe come back with that copper one more time. Oh, that was a lot of copper. Well, it is what it is. We're going with it. I think that yellow helped. I think I might like it better. All right, I'm gonna step away. I might have gone one step too far. Oh, get you down. Might have gone just one step too far, but I'm gonna go for it. All right, I'm done, I promise. You're like, oh no, don't waste all that paint. I know, but it doesn't go with what we're moving on to next. Next. Okay, so that was the hardest thing, playing with the rice paper. The rest of this is easy peasy. Ciao Bella always makes what they call their card. Is it a creative pad, an A4 creative pad? This thing is wonderful. I don't need my nori paste anymore. This thing is absolutely wonderful. And I brought it in the indigo because it's so beautiful. And we brought in their brand new vellum paper in the indigo. So beautiful. And I brought in their, what they call their, is it their fussy cutting pad? Yes, fussy cut 6x6 pad. So everything coordinates together. So the fussy cut 6x6 pad has got all of these designs, but it's double-sided. So you can go in there and fussy cut till your heart's content. Claire loves to fussy cut. And they're so beautiful. But to get all of these images, it's only in the fussy cut pad. To get the vellum's only in the vellum pad. But man, look at those colors. They're vibrant. The tags are good to go. All you have to do is snip them out. You've got fussy cutting going on in here. The indigo, the creative pad, is where it is at. This is like the starting point of everything. So inside, it's A4 in size. The first page is usable. Do not throw this away. No, no, no. First page is usable. You've got this image here. You've got this image there. You're not supposed to throw this away. And then if you flip it around, you've got even more. So they always give you sentiments, tags, little pieces to fussy cut on one side, and then on the back, oh, okay, see, this is gorgeous. Holy smokes, artichokes. On the back is the coordinating paper. Everything here matches. Everything here will work with each other. All different sizes, all different shapes, some with some with sentiments, some without. This is drop dead gorgeous. Here you've got 4 cards ready to go. You don't even have to use matting for it. All the little bits and pieces to make it work. And then all the words that you can cut out and make your own phrases with. A backing. And then the back side, the last sheet. Everything in this pack is usable. Everything in this pack is usable. You can take this to a crop and sit there and just go, go, go. But it really works well when you have the vellum to add in and you have the fussy cutting sheet, because these are all larger pieces. The fussy cutting sheets let you grab the pretty little dragonflies and add them to all your elements, the little keys and the locks, and add them to all your elements. So they really, really work well together. And I think that's might be how we put it in as an I want it all. I don't think it's on sale. I don't think it's much more than maybe $22 for all 3. For the creative pad, this pad right here, the vellum, which gives you 6 sheets of vellum, and the fussy cutting pad. I don't think it's much more than $22 if it's that. It's somewhere in that range. But how do you use these? Oh my gosh. You just start. Pick your card base. Pick the design you want to use. Cut it out and go. Gosh, that's a pretty piece of backing paper. The hard part is choosing. Some people will want 2 of these because they have a hard time deciding what they're going to mat and what they're not. See, that looks really good together. That looks really good together. I don't want to do a full-size one. That's super easy. That'll just take the whole card. Oh, that's really pretty. Ooh, okay, I decided. I like this one. Now I'm giving up this piece of paper, at least a portion of it, I'm just going to cut all 3 of these out. Because I like these. Trim them out. If you have a friend who's just starting to craft, this is an awesome gift. They're successful the minute they get it because everything is coordinated for them. Now, they may start out super simple, but lo and behold, have them take their first card or their first layout that they've made with this, because yes, you can do layouts with this, and then have them show you their 20th card or their 20th layout and the evolution of their crafting, even just within the kit, because then they might get a little glitter out, or they might get some bling out. You know, they'll just add a little bit of this and they'll add a little bit of that. What color base do I want it on? I'm gonna put it on the gray. I think I might. Okay. Oh, see, but I'm giving this up. So you have to look and say, which am I least likely to use? Oh. I think I'm least likely to use that. So I'm gonna cut here. It breaks my heart. So I've got my 3. 1, 2, my 3 little guys. I think I'm gonna trim this down just a little bit to make a mat. A little bit more. Do I like the blue? Do I like the gold? Blue, gold, blue, gold. We'll take off some of the gold. Oh, that's a pretty good mat, almost. I'm almost there. Okay, I'm good there. Yay, love that. Then I think I want to use this one, or am I going to put it this way? And this one? Okay. But then I have from Hunky Dory. I have a few things from Hunky Dory. I cannot open this because I have so few available. We didn't even make samples with it. This pad is just stunning, but I have a handful of them. So now you see it, now you don't. Same here. I have just about a handful of these. Look at these cute little mats, and you get, is it 100 in here? 96 of these little mats. Look at, that's got that opulent, Sizzix opulent mystical color to it. And then I've got gold and I've got silver. Oh, okay, I'm gonna open one. I'm so sorry. That means somebody's not gonna get one because I have to open it. I know, but the SMS girls will be thrilled. I didn't even let them make samples with it. Sometimes this stuff literally is like gold, I mean. Okay, so I've got this beautiful Hunky Dory mirror. 96 pieces. Hello. Okay, I think I'm going to take it a little down. And then do I have a super dark blue somewhere? I just want blue. Dark blue. Let's see if I've got a dark blue here in my pad. Not too much pattern to it. Oh, hello you. Okay, I think I've got my winner chicken dinner. So I'm going to tape this right on down. So these creative pads, that's how they work. You can take them as far as you want. You can embellish them, you can ink them, you can emboss them, you can dry emboss, run it through and through with your most favorite embossing folder to add texture to it, or you literally can just cut and tape. And then I'm going to trim it out. I'm not going to throw away that piece. I think I have words that are that small that I can die cut out of that. Like, is she really freehanding? For those of you who are new, I do not do well with a trimmer. Okay, that looks good. But I want a little more weight behind it. And when I say weight, I mean I want a little darker color for it to pop off of. I might even just use black. Yeah, super black, thin. Okay, I'm going to cut a little of this down. And tape it down. Maybe I'll just do the black. All those scrap pieces of paper, I bought as many of these as I could get. Please, please don't be mad at me if we sell out. I can only buy what we can afford and what a manufacturer has. This time I could have afforded more, but they didn't have any more. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm just going to do a super fine, super thin black matte, just so it pops off the page. I'm not trying to draw attention to the black. I'm trying to draw attention to the gold and that beautiful hummingbird in the center. And by adding that black, by adding that black, I call it weighting the image, it really forces your eye to draw center and look at it. And you're done. You are done. You can put sentiments in the middle if you want. I could cut, they have that sheet of sentiments here somewhere. I know I put it somewhere over here. Holy, do I make a mess. Not that, oh, right here. I could add sentiments if I wanted to cut some of these out. I think this is pretty darn elegant. So I don't know that I want to cut any of the sentiments out, and they're, you can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. The most beautiful things in life are not seen, but only felt by the heart. Okay, so it's like each line is its own sentiment where you could stack them. Let's do this one, and then let's do that. So I'm going to put this down because it's too pretty to not finish. I know, I'm sorry, I had to cut into something. So Ciao Bella is brought in internationally. So if you would like expedited shipping, you have to order from the YouTube Yummies category only. If you're willing to wait, well, then you can order from all the categories and get everything that you need. But if you want expedited shipping, YouTube Yummies category only, and remember that this is an international manufacturer, so quantities are limited. I would even pop that. I don't have any pop dots. So I went a little bit too far here. You can tear it, it's rippable. Stacy tape, you can just rip it with your fingers, or I'm just gonna fold it right back in onto itself because it's double-sided tape. Easy peasy. Please tell me I've got the card right. Yes. So pretty. And just that little accent of gold and these little nuggets of paper happiness, these little bundles, the gold, the silver, and this beautiful iridescent. Ooh, so pretty. I don't want to open the other two because then somebody's not going to get them. But let's do something with some of these, with one of these phrases. So creativity takes courage, take time to breathe. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Ooh, hoping, well, we'll see what Disney has to say about that one. Let's see. Yeah, you've got a whole bunch of these. The most beautiful things in life are not seen, but only felt by the heart. The key to change is letting go of fear. What do I want to do with them? So let's see, what paper do I want to use them on? Well, this is a beautiful sheet just by itself. This is just such a beautiful sheet. Let's grab that dark gray again because I like it on the gray. And let's decide what I'm willing to give up. I'm not willing to give those up, I don't think. Oh, but if I give those up, I save. Okay, so I'm willing to sacrifice those three to keep all of that. And I think maybe I'll do my, oh, that's a really tight. I think I'm going to cut. I don't want to give this one up either. I'm trying to see how short it would be if I cut it a little. I'm going to take a chance. It's only paper. That's what you all say. No, that's what I say. But it's hard when it's pretty paper. So And then I'm going to cut to save this one. Whew. It's very stressful for me. And then I'm going to center it. See, I cut short, so I have a top and a bottom, but I'm going to be okay. Oh. Oh, it's just a little short, but I think I'm still going to use it. I take that and put that just inside there. Is this the same length? No. Okay, let's decide what words we want. I think I'm going to go with creativity takes courage. Okay, I want to make sure I get all the white edges off of it. I don't want to see any white. So I'm going to trim this down just a little bit so I don't see any white. I don't want any white going on. And then let's separate them. 1. 2. 3. Now I have this piece. So I can get 2 of these out of that last piece that I had over here. So I'm going to mat these 2 here. And put it down on that. Remember, this is the little piece I cut off. These are the little pieces I cut off so I could mat this one. I told you I wasn't going to throw them away. Let's line them up to here. And let's do this one. And let's line it up over here, and then I can trim them out. Wahahahaha. Done. Done. Now I just need to do this one. I don't have enough thickness here, so I'm going to have to cut into this. But what else do I want to do with it if I'm going to cut into it? So if I do this and that, what if I cut myself? That's that size, right? Oh no, look at. Oh, yes it is. So if I cut me a piece here. And I cut me a piece here. So if I do this, and I do this, and then I do this, wahahaha, and then I do this, and this, and that. And do I want any other element on here? I've got so many to choose from. Do I want any other element on here? I think that's just too much. Okay, so I've got that, I've got that. I'm gonna do this one. Sometimes enough is as good as a feast. So I don't want to overdo it just for the sake of overdoing it. Just because I have a lot of bits and pieces doesn't mean I necessarily need to use all those bits and pieces. But look at this nice piece that I saved for myself. And I do think that I might back them in the black. And just have them pop a little bit more. Make that eye focus in a little bit more. Draw your attention to a little bit more by giving a little more separation between my matting, my blue, and my words. So I'll need to cut a little bit more black, but I've got black. Okay, so let's grab another little piece of black. Oh, I probably can get this one out of here. Yep, I sure can. So let's tape that down. So again, nothing's planned. We kind of do it on the fly in hopes that you see taking a risk, taking a gamble, just going with it. Think long, think wrong. Usually your first instinct is right. If you like it, go for it. I sit here and second guess my color choices and how well I've matted it and is it straight, and it'll never get done. Imperfect is the new perfect. And whoever you make this for, whomever you make it for, is only going to see the love that you put in it. That's all they're going to see. They're not going to see that my mats are not straight, because my mats are not. I can tell you that right now. But I'm good with it. And I think I might even know who I'm going to give this to. Okay, so I think I've got all my bits and pieces ready to now be assembled. No, my mats are probably not the same thickness. I might have a thicker border on one word and a thinner border on the other. Show yourself some grace and just be with it. Just go with it. I do think, however, I am going to do I want to do this? And then now, didn't this fit at one point? Did I grab the wrong piece? No, that's the right piece. Okay, so I need to trim off that top. So I think I'm going to do it this way. And I think I might add that there. And again on the top. And I like the gray showing through, so I think I'm going to leave a little bit of that gray popping out. And then I think I'm going to take and put these down the side and call it done. That's my plan. That's my plan. Wish me luck. So let's go side to side and chop. And if you remember, I took it from both straight edges. So I know my bottom straight edge is perfect because I took it from both sides of one of these. I took it from this side and I took it from this side. That way I know my straight edges are perfectly straight. No guessing there. So right on the back. I told you it was just a play day today. But Ciao Bella really makes everything so easy to work with. I'm going to make sure that straight edge goes to the bottom. I'm going to leave just a hair bit of that gray. Just a little bit of that gray shining through. And let's go ahead and put it down and then I'll cut it off. So do you have friends that you would love to get into crafting with you if they would just come over? This is the project for them. This is what you bring out for them to play with. There's no wrong decision. There's no, oh, I'm not so sure if that's going to work, because it all works. And then you give them the opportunity to have that moment that they just made that. Yeah. That beautiful straight edge that I made sure I had, and take a look at how much of a reveal on the other side do I have? I think I have a little less. Let's scooch you on over. Okay, close enough. Trim you out. Zoop. we can center this top and bottom. So I've got a little bit of that gold on, but I didn't use a whole sheet of gold. Oh no, I did not. Okay, let's put a little bit of tape on the back of that. Am I opening my card right? Yes. Okay. Whew. I'm okay. I salvaged 2 pieces that I was okay salvaging, and I kept that one last piece that I didn't want to give up. I think I planned well. You really kind of have to look at the back sides and say, what are you willing to give up? Problem is when they're both so flippin' pretty. Okay. I'd love to be able to stand up to line this up. I'd give anything to be able to stand up and do this so I can see what I'm doing. Get right over the top of it. I still think my reveal is too big on the bottom. Scooch down a little bit, Stacy. Just a little bit of a scooch. Go for it. Phew. That was a lot for that. I know who I'm going to give this to, and they better appreciate it. I was sweating lining that up. So creativity. Takes. Courage. And I'm done. And I have this one. This one was so much easier, wasn't it? This one was easy peasy mac and cheesy. Holy smokes, artichokes. But I haven't even used the pretty, oh my gosh, the pretty yellows. And that against that, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you just have absolute magic. This against there, and then maybe that against there, and then maybe that against there, and you're just going to make magic. It's that simple. The paper's that good. Oh, okay, so let me find my way out of my mess. I only opened one. The SMS girls are going to be disappointed because they're not going to get these 2 because I didn't open them, but they'll get the gold to play with and use for their own. But not these 2. So I started with the hardest stuff first. The stuff that people are most intimidated by or unsure of how to use it. And we used it. Now they're all dry. We used it again and again and again, and again, and again. I did a lot today, didn't I? And you know, I think now that it's dry, I'm good with this. I would put a sentiment somewhere up here. I don't know if I have a sentiment that I could pull from one of these, but I think I'm okay with this. I like the metallic, I like the yellow. I think I like how I went around the edges and my center is really focused because it forces you in the center. And I think it just needs a sentiment and I'm done. Maybe with a little bit of gold around it. Ooh. I'm like, well, you said you were done, Stacy. I know, but what if there's not one that says, oh, memories? No, that I don't like the gray. No, don't. We'll finish it and make it beautiful. So we did all of these with rice paper, and we used lots of water. Rice paper loves water. It absolutely loves water. And we've got amazing styles. They're so cute. The puppies are so cute. Too much fun and not hard. It's not difficult at all. And then we jumped over to the creative pad from Ciao Bella. And there's just so much in it. I've got a mess over here going through all the papers. Don't throw away the front because the front is as good as everything else. And you just got paper after paper after paper with embellishments on one side and pattern paper on the other. And I suppose if I wanted to, I would pull out, knowing me, I would pull out the little fussy cut pack. And I would say, Claire, because I know me too. See, I would, oh yeah, well maybe no, do I have one? Oh, see, fussy cut out that little hummingbird and have it going right on top of the creativity. Oh yeah, there's so much in this little fussy cut pad. And then if there's something you don't like on it, you've got the back sides to work with it. But I just know that so many of our customers, so many of us here at SMS Honorary SMS Girl Katie, they love to fussy cut. And there's so much in these pads to give you to do. And since it coordinates with the creative pad and it coordinates with the vellum, we just put it all together. We did. But I also have some of the 8x8s. I have an 8x8. So I've got the creative pad and I've got the vellum and I've got the fussy cut pad. I think that's a bundle and I want it all bundle. But then just in case, I also brought in the 8x8 pad, just in case you'd prefer the 8x8 size. And then I brought in blooming in an 8x8 because some of the samples the girls made were so beautiful. And I brought in some of the vellums from some of the other collections. Like this one one of them goes with the sea and they're just beautiful. So Ciao Bella for you to look at, absolutely. I've got the nori paste that'll be on sale. Yes, absolutely. We've got the Hunky Dory packs of 96 sheets of the metallics that let us do both of these super fast and super easy. I have very few of these. In fact, they might be gone already. It is just page after page after page of toppers, and this gives you an idea of what's inside. And if this makes your heart happy, everything in here is going to make your heart happy. I will put, although we've done it a couple times, but I'll do it one more, we'll do it again. Not the brushes, I don't have the brushes back yet. I've got a few in stock maybe, but not much. We'll do the Sizzix paints because you need them. At the very least, you need a white. At the very least, you need a white. I love the gold, the copper, the silver. They're just beautiful, and they're easy to use. They're accessible. You don't have to, but if you have something like this, don't buy them. No, use what you have. Use that up, take it out, grab it, and start to play with it. If you have rice paper, grab it and start to play with it. But if you don't, we'll put those on sale too. And then I have several sheets. See, like this one goes, does it go with this one? It's beautiful. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh. I've got several sheets of rice papers, from the cute little doggies to the little fairies. To the tropical ocean. I think we used several of these today. See, just a background sheet. Just a beautiful background sheet. A larger sheet that you can now look at and see differently. Take your card base. Do you want it to be, do you want that as your, oh, that's fabulous. Okay. So, gosh, I should have done this one. That would be beautiful for something. Oh my gosh, that piece right there. And you're like, oh, you ruined your rice paper. No, it's fine. When you put it down with the nori, it's gonna stop it all. It's gonna even it out and it's gonna make it perfect. Okay, I just don't even know what, they all look so good. Oh, see, I like it with the butterfly and the gear. You have options, even with a piece this size. It's about how you cut it down. I've got the little kitty and the little doggies. They're so cute. And then the indigo, which we were using. I've got several different sheets of the indigo rice paper that we were using today. So to me, that's pretty. But this is wonderful. And it just started as a regular piece of rice paper. Oodles for you. I've got this background that is magic. So lots for you to look and see, and you get what sparks your creativity, or where'd my card go? You get what you're ready to have some courage for. Or you pull out what you already own and you start to create. Are you ready for the girls' samples? Okay. So I showed you this one. I'm sure I showed you this one in the beginning. Just go down just up a little bit. I think I showed you this one in the beginning. And I think I showed you this one. And this, literally, I just took the copper and went around the edges. It's right on the card base. Straight to the card base. And look at how beautiful. So this is a 5x7 card. You can absolutely mat it on up to get yourself a bigger card. And this was me playing. This was me playing with the paints. Those are 3 different butterflies that I just cut out and went on. That was me just kind of playing around. And then we did this one. So that one, and then look at here, beautiful. All done with indigo. Look at, so cute. This is out of the 4-pack with the beach scene, the tropical scene. And look at this. You got that. It's so pretty and so easy to do. Oh, look at him. That's out of the rice paper. Look at him. He's so cute. The most beautiful things in life are not seen, but only felt by the heart. Look at that. Cut out one of the tags, put it on, cut out the paper. This is the paper. The paper has this border on it. It's not that we added that border to it. That's the paper. Oh my gosh, and look at how lovely is this. So there's the background, and there's one of the back sides. This must be out of the 8x8. Uh-huh. Look at that. They took it from the cover. Ha ha ha. So they didn't waste the cover. The girls cut this right out of the top sheet. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. But then look at this. Wow. This is out of the 8x8 pack. And then here. And then here. This has to be out of the 8x8 pack here. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's just paper with a sentiment. Done. She mad at it. Patty's like, is that good? And I said, that's good. She didn't do much. Said, it's perfect. It looks beautiful. And here's some fussy oh, I want to pop that guy off and put him on my card. They'll kill me. I don't know who made this one. I'll put him back. But he looks really cute on my card. I'm gonna hear it for this. He does look really cute on my card. Shh. You don't see a thing. Okay, this is scrap lifting, like literally. Whoever fussy cut that out for me, why thank you. How did you know I needed that hummingbird? How'd you know I needed that hummingbird? Oh, I love him. Shh. We see nothing. You see nothing. You know nothing. Best wishes. I don't know. They didn't put their name on the back of it. Oh, this is beautiful. Again, out of the rice paper and inked and magic. It's just magic. And out of the 8x8, magic and simple and beautiful and easy and done. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. Oh, that is so true. Let your faith, my faith is bigger that I will be forgiven for popping off the hummingbird, and my fear was not a problem. So what do you guys think? It was an easy peasy class today. It was fun. I hope I took the fear out of rice paper, and I hope I showed you just how amazing Ciao Bella really can be. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to find, but it is worth the looking for. Oh, and then Claire's little mix, she took I forget what this came with, something Sizzix. I don't know what it was, but she made a little mixed media piece. Right? Okay, you guys. So I had a great time. I hope you did too, I had a wonderful time. Oh my goodness gracious. It is late. Doesn't matter. This was my crafty time with you, and I enjoyed every stinking minute of it. Had a blast. I do this and it's like all my stress just goes away. That's what being creative and that's what letting your craftiness out does. It was not the best of days here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I had 2 manufacturers make some oopses. They're like, oops, sorry, we'll fix it as soon as we can. And I'm like, but we're shipping now. So, and they will, they'll fix it and they'll make it better and it's okay. But I let all of that go the minute I sat down to spend my time with you and play and scrap lift a hummingbird and show you my shoes. All right, you guys, it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I hope you had fun today. I hope you have a safe and wonderful holiday weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July, whether you're sitting home taking care of fur babies because they don't like the pound, 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 or you're having a outdoor barbecue. If you are, hydrate. It's hot outside. Or if you're just gonna sit down and you have a few days to craft. You make it what makes your heart happy and enjoy. Okay? Me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you Monday for the first day of our warehouse sale for 2023. We will be adding new vendors every Monday throughout the month of July. So Monday you'll see who's first on the list, and we're going to try to do this as expedited as possible, which is why we've chunked it up over weeks. That way if you place your order the first week, we're going to try and pull those orders as quick as we've been doing it. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy. I'll see you later. Happy holidays, happy 4th of July. Be safe, be well, and be crafty. Bye.